Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Uh, yeah, I think so. Morning, Kevin, Trail Dust, Shane, DK, Robert Lonis, Solbert, what up? He's in the earbud too. And Dogbone, Granddads, and yeah, that's you guys. We've got Michael and Solbert on Discord with me today. And yeah, I'll tell you, I was looking at the Discord. Y'all have been some chatty Cathys in there in the Island Metal Forge. Roy shared an update on, what I'm assuming what looks like is finished. At least one side finished for that engraved hammer. And if I had a tenth of the talent, skill, and patience that man has, I'd be awesome. So what's up, guys? Did I lose you guys on the?
What?
There
Well, okay. Morning, everybody. Morning.
Morning.
Sorry, it was a long night, and yeah. I'm only halfway into that first cup of coffee, and by golly, I think today I'm gonna need a second one.
Yep. What's up, Dana? What's up, Paul? Eric, how you doing? Yeah. Copper garden spikes, cool. So we have a topic for the day. We'll get to here shortly. What's up, Wayne? I'm gonna let Sully introduce it because it is his brilliant idea. I love this topic because it really gets you guys all worked up. But yeah, it looks like I've got a warning. Is my audio all right, guys? YouTube is saying my audio is down. The audio is off. But
Audio through Discord is on point. I can't speak through YouTube, however.
right, yeah. But yeah. So the topic of the day, Robert Whitney. Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we can just jump right into that. So the topic of the day is I kind of when you see that the Sunday morning gathering, or have you tried the apostle? Well, what that really means is because I'm sure everybody's done it. What have you tried to do that somebody else told you couldn't be done or wouldn't work? Now, there are a lot of things that you hear people like, oh, no, you can't do it that way. No, you can't do it that way.
Oh, that won't work.
I have heard, no, you can't do that. You have to do it like this. Well,
it has to be done.
I just love hearing that because I've got the mind where I'm like, really? Let me try that out. I have to find out for myself. And yeah, so I've got a good one that I just tried last week that I thought for sure I was going to make work. And and that's the other thing. It's like, and if you tried something, did it work or did it fail? With that said, what I tried.
Sorry, here's another point on that. Like, did it fail because maybe you didn't try hard enough to break the failure? Or did you try it and it's like, obviously this will never work? Or I see why this won't work after trying it. But, morning, Dylan. Yeah. So, sorry to interrupt, Sully.
No, it's quite all right. I mean, so the just a single example. People tell you, well, you can't forge weld in the presence of copper. and I've heard that. And I do believe I don't remember. I do believe I threw a copper cent, not a zinc one, up in the back corner of the forge, and brought it up to a wide open throttle, and just let it get almost to melting metal temperature, and I could not get stuff to stick. I think I don't really and I think I did a video on it. I don't remember. But the other day, last week, what I tried to do is I took a piece of copper coated ground rod, which is it's still a medium to high carbon steel underneath,
Yeah.
and I pounded and I wrapped cable, or I replaced the center core of a piece of cable with that ground rod, basically, and I welded it up with a MIG welder on both ends, put a handle on it, and all that. Kind of warmed it up, fluxed it. What I would generally do for like a dirty cable Damascus type thing, just let it burn off the grease and whatnot.
Yeah.
And man, I probably spent 45 minutes trying to get a weld. I could not stick any two wires of that thing together at all. I mean, all they were doing. I mean, they're sitting there just almost molten, and they're just squishing from side to side, and I couldn't get them to stick. And I was like, I mean, I gave it a good go, and finally I was like, all right, yeah, I'm tired of wasting propane.
Yeah. Well, now here's a question. What goes to my point on it. Good morning, Curtis. Now, you tried one way to do it. Get it hot and hit it, right? Now, I know that say stainless steel like Damascus, you need an oxygen-free environment. What if you need a similar kind of environment in your fire to make that forge weld work? Just because it's never been done doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means that the right environment hasn't been found yet. Maybe wrapping it in some sort of a coating or something. Smarter brains than me.
Yeah, right. And Eric, to your point there, no, it is possible. I mean, Alex Norton.
Eric, very good
what's
point.
Anyway, I can't remember for the life of me. Forge name just went right out. Valhalla Ironworks did some really good videos on doing kumai.
Yeah, which is what Eric's talking about.
Is basically that thing, and so no, it is definitely possible. I know it is. I've seen it, and I went, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But did I? That's not what I was trying to do. So I mean, to be fair, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to do something a little bit different.
Gotcha.
And I was unable to make it work. I think I could maybe do like Yama is saying. What if I put that in a can, something like that? I don't know.
Yeah. What's up, Michael? What's up, Brian? Yeah. It's and the point being is, like take Kumai for example, which we now know is completely possible. What if back when stuff before that was commonly done, somebody goes, oh no, you can't do that. That's those metals are dissimilar, blah blah blah. The galvanic corrosion, and list 1,000 scientific reasons why it will not work, and then somebody got it to work. So that's kind of the core of the topic today. Is to be fair, Dylan, thank you.
To be fair,
the core of the topic today is, what have you done the impossible, or have you attempted the impossible? And if you have, what were your results? Pass, fail, doesn't matter. The point is have you tried? Because without a try, you can't say that you're trying. What's up, DT?
Well, I mean, if you don't try, you really don't know if it'll work or not, because you're just taking somebody else's word for it. You know, the first tenet of crypto investing is do your own research. Well, I mean,
Yes.
hey, in my opinion, that applies to blacksmithing as well.
Yeah.
That won't work. Hmm,
I mean, this goes
let's
also.
find out.
Yeah.
I'm going to test that assumption at my earliest convenience.
Yeah. This goes so deeply into so much, so many topics. But blacksmithing specifically, it's like, especially on Facebook, you have a lot of armchair blacksmiths who they've done the research, they've read all the posts, they've conversed with other blacksmiths, left, right, up, down, inside out. They know the physics of it. That a certain smith comes to mind that was really active a couple of years ago, that would argue that you can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that, because it's what he read. Very practical, not or very book knowledgeable about blacksmithing, but not very practical knowledge. He's never actually tried to do any of these things that you can't have been told that you can't do. So it's like, hey Henry, so Paul, I tried to win an argument with my wife once. Yeah, I won an argument with my wife. It ended in divorce. Don't. But like, how many times do I see on Facebook that 5160 cannot forge weld? It is impossible to forge weld with itself. And somebody said that and shared that, oh yeah, I can't get it to work, so it's obviously impossible. And everybody collectively goes, well, it's impossible. I've done it a lot, actually. It's like, it's not impossible. The conditions just have to be perfect for it to work.
Difficult is not the same thing as impossible. So.
Yes. And there's a lot of things in this craft that are difficult to do, But once you get them, once you get that aha, and then you get it, and you share that aha knowledge with others, and then they try it, and they have their aha moments, and then that's how these impossible myths become actual realities? I don't know. My muse left.
See, Robert Lunas, that's exactly Lunas.
Yeah, Lonus.
Yeah. That's exactly right. If I hear it can't be done, it's like, okay,
yeah,
let's figure this out. There's got to be a way,
It's also yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go. That was it.
I was going to say it's also when you're told you can't do something. It's another fun point is, well, I'm kind of curious as to why it's impossible. Like, metallurgically, why this shouldn't work. And I'm a learner by doer, So it's like, that's when I was told that it's impossible to forge weld 5160 to itself. I'm like, why? And somebody said, oh, because any oxygen will destroy it. I'm like, well, if the oxygen is eaten by the fire before it gets to, and I did it, and I'm like trying to see why it wouldn't work, and I couldn't. My very first attempt, a couple attempts, I couldn't get it to not work. I mean, I took a piece of coil spring, flattened it out, folded it over, smooshed it, or forge welded it. It was actually my very first forge weld was a coil spring 5160. And then people are, oh, that's not 5160. It's like, well, coil spring is 5160. It's like, I even have.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just call it that.
Yeah. Good morning, Nidavalier. Actually, I was also told that 5160 and 52100 don't forge weld together. My first piece of attempted Damascus was a racer.
Touche, Rob. Touche.
Yeah. Fair point, Rob. You can't find where you just put those tongs. You just can't.
And for me, for me, 9 times out of 10, it's the hammer. I will pull the piece out of the forge, lay it on the anvil. I'll reach, and it's not there. And I look, and I look, and I turn, and I turn around, and then I grab the piece, and I put it back in the forge because I just lost all my heat looking for my hammer. And then I'm standing around talking to myself, going, "Where am they? How is this even possible?" I mean, I've literally stood there for 5 minutes trying to find my hammer, and it's sitting over there like in the pile of coal on my other forge behind me, and it's just like blended in, and it's like but yeah, I've done that with tongs as well, especially when you're using like multiple sets of tongs on the same thing.
Oh, right.
And that is I don't know why, but that is one of the most trying and difficult tasks. I'm really bad about just putting my stuff in the same spot, with the exception, I think, of when I'm doing a hammer ride. When I'm doing a hammer ride, kind of like everything's in the same spot every time. So, I mean, it goes quick and smooth. But
right.
Yeah.
Morning, Jim. So yeah, finding a tool is impossible. Finding a tool when you need it, at the moment that you need it, is an impossible task, no matter how organized you are. Sorry, it is, hands down. I've tried to do it, it's impossible. If I can't do it, nobody can. But yeah.
I had one other one. I mean, like, my attempt at it. God, man, I really wanted to do that ground rod down the middle of the cable. I thought I was going to add a bunch of cast iron powder to it as well after the initial weld, just to really make the pattern pop on the steel side. And even if even if the core, even if that ground rod didn't weld, that was going to be irrelevant. That was the point. And so, anyways, it was kind of similar to that. I mean, like almost a year ago exactly was when I figured out how to harden a railroad spike, and I did it both just a regular unmolested spike and one that I made into a knife, and decided, let's see what happens if you forge weld in cast iron powder, and then quench it in water, slap it in a vise, bend it over, and just snap that sucker right in half. And it's like, it should not have done that. I think I got it hard, but so that was actually quite satisfying and I, after the fact, I kind of looked into the science behind that one and figured it out. But I mean, like, I just totally, I don't know. I mean, I just thought, what if I did it like this? And let's try it and see what happens. And shoot, it worked.
Right.
That was that's what up until that point, it was one of those things that I considered to be impossible. And other than, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I've done a San Mai with a spike and things like that, and that's not what I mean. I mean, just yeah, whatever. It worked for me, and I thought it was great. So
yeah,
and that's really the only two things I've ever done that I were told couldn't be done.
Yeah,
and on multiple times, and
I've got
one worked, and one is an epic fail that I have not given up on. I will be revisiting that probably multiple times until I can figure out how to make it work.
Yeah. I want to say hi to Rob Huff, popped in, and he only said 26 more days till Quad State. And Roy pops in and claims that it's a good morning.
Morning, Roy. Morning, Rob.
Two really awesome smiths that can like really add a great perspective to this topic, because I know that Rob, who has been learning at a breakneck pace over the past couple of years, I am certain has tried a lot of impossible things, and Roy, who has been doing this since he was about yay tall to a blade of grass, has achieved the impossible multiple times. So, yeah. What's up, Insanity? It's not always easy to remember that there are at least two types of people. Some people are academic and follows what others know, and that's all there is. And yeah, and other people are, well, I'm going to try it myself. Exactly. Yeah. Like take the. Now this is a. I would say this is kind of a topic of mild controversy of defining what works and what's best. Okay. And Sully, me and you had discussed this a little bit when we discussed this as a topic. Flues and chimney sizes. Now, we know that the most optimal sizes of a chimney is bigger is better. You want like a 12-inch flue, and all of this and that and everything else. And you want it up high, and this, that, and everything. But it's like I've heard so many times that, like a 6 or an 8-inch chimney will not work. It just will not draw the smoke out. It just doesn't have the draw. It won't. It will not work. Blah 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 blah. I've been using an 8-inch flue for 4 years.
And mine is 6-inch, and to be fair, it does get a little bit messy when you first fire it up, even with the forced air, with the blower of the Venturi on it. But once it starts rolling, yeah, I mean once it comes up to temperature, it works just fine.
Yeah,
I mean it works fine for me, and. I mean, what can I say? Literally, people tell me, no, you can't use it that size. It's not going to work. It's gonna smoke out your shop all day. And I'm like, okay, well, that's when I went. And honestly, I mean, when I went to Lowe's, that's the biggest size they had, and so that's what I bought, and it's working. That's all I can say. But is it optimal? No. Does it get me by? Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's a fair point that to go back to the works.
Dylan, the HC stamp is higher, yes. But I don't think those can be because even those you can make into you can harden them and you can not harden, you can quench them and still bend them. They won't snap. But I intentionally used one that just for a sake of argument, I intentionally used one that did not have an HC on it, so that I had a fair baseline. But anyways, sorry, I just wanted to get that in there before that comment kind of scrolled out of existence and I forgot about it.
Yeah. I'm lost. Yeah.
$500 to buy a 10 to 12 inch. Ooh, is it that expensive?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah. It's not cheap.
It looks nice.
If it costs that much, I'd be more inclined to just put a dolly underneath my forge and wheel it outside every time I want to use it.
Right. Good morning, John. Speaking of flues, I actually got to pick up some more elbows, for 8-inch elbows, because, I burned through 2 of them, so I'm going to have to replace those, which sucks because I got about 3 inches of heat-resistant foam on them, so fire block. So I'm gonna have to buy another can of that, chew all that stuff off, and replace. But I mean, if I only have to do that every 2 years, that's works for me, you know. I had a thing I was going to say, and I can't. Yes. I have heard that you can take take two 6-inch ducts and open them up and put them together to make a bigger one. So there's that. I never tried it though, because I'm not allowed to cut that.
And, I saw that. I saw something about that after I had already got mine all together. I was like, could have tried that. Oh well.
Right. Oh yeah, Roy only has 26 days to finish his hammer. I really hope he doesn't enter that into the competition, in the gallery competition, because then that'll make my jellyfish lose.
Right. In the Roy gonna throw that up in the novice category?
Yeah. Well, I can't join the novice category. Novice category is for 3 years and under.
Yeah, I know. I was just being facetious. That's all.
So just because of Quad State, just because of not having Quad State last year in 2020, I don't get to join the novice gallery. But,
yeah. That was last year. Would have been my last opportunity as well.
Yeah. So I guess I've got to pit my my jellyfish sculpture to the big dogs. Speaking of which, I got to get a hold of Big Dog. I'm hoping to have him either bring the book to Quad State or send me the book before Quad State. The novice category is made for my ironworks. Yeah, dog. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited and nervous to enter that thing. You know, I've had a lot of good feedback on it, but it's like the more I look at it, the more it's like it's kind of basic. I can do better. I don't know. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other more impossible things that I've done. Oh yeah, I've forged on I-beam. I've forged on railroad track using it the improper way. I've forged on brick. I've forged on concrete. I've forged on granite. I've forged on a rock I found in the yard. I've forged, using as an anvil. I've used a cinder block as an anvil. I got one good hit, and the cinder block went. The brick, I got like 4 good hits, and then it started to crack. The concrete, I was actually able to forge a taper on the concrete. So, a piece of concrete, works kind of nice as an animal. The rock from the yard, just a big old round rock, worked really nicely. Don't give in to artist doubt. I try to keep that hype in my brain up, like, oh yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, fake it till you make it kind of thing. But then I remember that I'm faking it. And I go, oh no! That's kind of half the point. I've heard people say both, Rob. People say, and that kind of covers the topic, because the Granite worked pretty damn good. But you get the people who go, no. If you're going to do that, you might as well not do it. And it's like, that was kind of the point of the first Fire series. A slightly branched topic of the impossible is the inefficient. And people think that just because something is inefficient, they shouldn't do it. And it's like, well, if it's what you have, do it. Don't let somebody telling you that they wouldn't do it that way stop you from doing it the way that you have available to you. Yeah, the little slab of granite that I had actually worked pretty well. It didn't chip too much. I actually did a video on all that, But yeah, it's like taking the chimney size thing. I've had people tell me that there is no way 8-inch chimney has enough draw to pull out smoke, and it's like, it absolutely does, It absolutely does. I feel like everything.
Michael, you're being awful quiet over there. I know you had to have tried something at least once.
Oh,
Anything?
no, I'm just listening to something I can mess with someone with.
Okay.
And the,
Right.
I can't remember what that damn show now was. Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah, saying it can't be done.
Right.
Can't get that song out of my head now.
That's another thing that's impossible, is getting a song out of your head. Rob's got a good point for it all. And I've heard this analogy before in a podcast, using the musician and the guitar player aspect and putting that towards any other art, specifically blacksmithing, when you're starting out, don't buy the most expensive, biggest, baddest ass tool out there, the most expensive this or that, but just don't settle for the cheapest either, in blacksmithing, though, Rob, you kind of have the leeway, so to speak, that you can start with nothing and then build up, or like you can start, if all you have available to you is a rock, use the rock until you find a piece of metal that'll be better. I agree, though, like if you want to learn guitar, don't go to the kids section and get one of those, like, my first guitar things, and it's like damn near a ukulele.
Eastbound and down, loaded up in truck.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're going to do what they say can be done.
Roy, I'll be entering the hammer.
Yeah, I'm really glad you brought that up, Michael, because now I'm going to be singing that all day long.
I'll be entering the hammer in the gallery this year, but absolutely don't believe it will win anything. I've made my best work before, and it was overlooked by something I could have made in a day. That's kind of my worry, is that, that there's not enough actual blacksmithing in that piece. I've got about 50 or 60 hours in that piece. Now, granted, a lot of that time was in figuring out how to do a specific thing and trying a few different ways, and not all of that hours is directly on the piece, but in learning how to do things, I've got about 50 to 60 hours on that piece. So let's see. Oh, I didn't say brick. A brick. That's why I did the first fire segment with bricks and stuff. But a good solid stone that can be used. I mean, with it frustrating you, if you're of the mindset of this is the max that I'm gonna do ever, then that's your mindset. But if you go, all right, I'm kind of learning. This is the way cavemen used to do it, cavemen, so to speak. And I'm going to try this, and then move up. And I found a piece of scrap steel at the yard, or at the scrap yard. Okay, this is so much better than a rock, and that kind of, you can go either way, and it's your personal mindset. You can go, this is frustrating, I'm never going to do it again, or you can go, I can do better, I'm going to find a better tool. I enjoy this, and I'm going to find a way to get better. So frustrations, if you're frustrated by, if somebody gets frustrated by starting simple and has that mindset of, oh, I can do better if I have better tools, the one or two things will happen. Either, I'm never going to have those better tools, I'm never going to try this, or it'll motivate them to get those better tools to get better at it. Yeah, that's the best suggestion for a beginner. Is go to a machine shop and find a chunk of steel.
Daniel, that's you're right. It doesn't have to be 400 pound anvil. You can do it with things that are a whole lot lighter. I mean, I get this, kind of, what do you call, when I'm here, like right now, I'm at work, and I've got, what I have for an anvil here is my little stack of two Harbor Freight 55s and the one with the tool steel face on top. And I'll sit there and I'll be working on something on that one, and I'll get to a point where I really need to do something over the horn, and I'll just kind of look at it and I'll be like, I think I'll wait a few, because inevitably I'll be going by my house in a few days or something. I'll be like, I'll just wait till I get home and finish this on the mouse hole.
Yeah.
Granted, that mentality is gonna change here in a month, because I'll be improving that situation a little bit. But yeah, I mean, but to be honest, I don't really. Excuse me while I learn how to talk a minute.
I think what you're saying is you hate the Harbor Freight horn, and you use the Harbor Freight horn at home, whereas when you're at your work location, you're stuck with the Harbor Freight, and screw that, and you are getting a new anvil, which you can.
No. Well, I got the mouse hole at home. I got a mouse hole at the house, and I've got the Harbor Freight here at work,
Hans?
and.
I said, hi, Hans.
Oh, yeah. And so but as far as just doing like forging, like say if I'm doing, I don't know, whatever, hammering out a spike knife, or I'm just using that as an example, or doing tapers or whatever, there's actually not much of a difference in just, working off of the face of one versus working off the face of the other. I mean, it's just the edges aren't quite as crisp, because I cut that plate out with a torch, and I don't have a 7-inch grinder to really make the edges smooth. So I worked on them with a 4.5-inch grinder for enough time to where I went, that's just gonna have to work. I'm not doing any more than that. But anyways, no, it's just there are things that aren't optimal that I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna wait until I've got the right stuff at my disposal to finish this. And there are times where I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to make do with what I have because I need this project done now, not in 3 days.
Right. Right. You know, eventually you get past that building your shop tools the way you want them and getting everything kind of customized to your own needs. And then everything's already customized to your own needs, and that's really when you can get in and get a lot of productive days in. It's when you switch project styles that, oh, I got to make a tool for this, and I got to make a tool for that, and I got to make, and then you start making a whole, you know, spend time making the tools to get working on projects, you know. But it's all fun. You know, it's all fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got winter time creeping up on me here in about 2 months, so I'll be able to actually get a lot more done. It's easier to put on a bunch of layers and go out and light the fire than it is to well, yeah, they'll only let me get so naked to go outside and forge, so
Right.
pretty soon somebody's gonna be calling the cops on me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had some weird looks from my neighbors whenever I do that. So, hi, Hans. Simply put, folks, just start hidden steel. I got my start forging on a Harbor Freight tool anvil and a 3-pound Harbor Freight hammer. Would not be where I'm today without just starting. And that's my big point. Like, you know, just start. If you want to do it, do it. And if you wait until you learn everything and sit there and absorb all the information and then start, you'll be, you know, 60 years old looking at the, you know, oh, now I can't do it because my back hurts. Or, oh, you know, like, just start. Learn the information as you go.
Rob, I mean, if you hate filing, you could just send that over to John. I mean, John Coffey loves to file on things.
Loves it. Loves it. Like,
he'll go to bed at 9 o'clock at night and wake up at midnight, and he'll run a file for 4 hours straight. It's the weirdest stuff ever.
Yeah, he'll sit there. He'll take a just random scrap steel and strap it into his filing stuff, and just sit there filing with no project in mind, just to file. he'll take a long, you know, like a bar of steel, strap it in long as just. He'll be like, I've got this 3-foot bar of steel, and all right, we're back. I think. All right. So, what joke did you guys hear last? Was it how John Coffey will take a 3-foot bar and file it down to a 2-foot bar, or if he can't find anything to file, he'll file a file. Yeah, we had a little OBS disconnect for about 20 seconds.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. It was just quick. Boom, boom. Oh, we're going to go to the Learning to Forge page. If you love filing, you love chasing work. Good thing about filing is the control you get versus power tool taking too much off at once. Yep. You go, zzz, oops.
Yeah. It's a lot harder to put it back on than it is to take it off. So.
Right. Right. What's up, Matthew? Mr. Hobbsy.
Morning, Matthew.
Yeah. Yeah. Learning to Forge. I'm an admin on that page. I'm considering pulling and just removing myself as admin. There's a lot of.
You can do it.
No, I mean, I love helping people, but you know, I've deleted more spam and scammers in the past, you know, week than, I mean, you guys don't see it if you're part of that group. You guys don't see it, but like, I have alerts set up for certain keywords and posts and stuff, and Yeah, it's due to a managerial decision. Um, it has turned into a Wild West free-for-all of a Facebook group. And I can't even scan for, or, scroll through the group and read comments and stuff and see if, everybody's being nice and everything, because I'm literally fielding, buy this T-shirt, join this Telegram, hey, look at this video that has nothing to do with forging, or hey, if you're looking for a good time, click my profile, like 20 of them a day, because it's now, we no longer vet members, so there's no point in answering questions. It's bulk accept, so yeah, we're getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members added a day, but I'm going to say 90% of the most recent members are not blacksmiths, are not part of the blacksmiths community, don't care about blacksmithing. They are there to scam you. So,
Yeah, hey, there's another good example of doing the impossible. I'm fairly certain somebody told me once, you can't quit Facebook, or you can't not check Facebook. Oh yeah, hold my beer.
Yeah.
That is. I maintain that de-stressed my life so much, and was one of the best decisions I've ever made, was just walking away from Facebook. Oh. Mm-hmm. It took about a week. For the first week, I'm like, man, I wonder, and after that, I'm like, I don't even care. This is awesome.
Yeah. I will say this, Rob. Before I would like to get this Discord group, stacked and pumping. I would like all of you who are part of the Discord to promote it, help grow it as a alternative community for blacksmithing. And I would love that, and so yeah, it's just,
Matthew, you're in Facebook jail again. I mean, come on. At some point, don't you just have to spend 30 days off and go, you know what? I'm just not going back.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so let's achieve the impossible in our Discord and have it grow to 1,000 members. Okay? And I might try and I'm going to think about maybe some sort of a giveaway for once we reach 1,000 members, doing some sort of a Discord member giveaway, where if you are an active member of Discord, you get, I don't know, just off the top of my head, you get a free hammer or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'd like to grow and show that Discord is a better medium for communicating with blacksmiths, than the free-for-all that is Facebook. So, they never talked to me, but I stalked them.
I'm helping.
Yeah, Roy. And to be fair, Roy here is fairly active. Like, he's almost non-existent on. Anytime you see a Christ-Centered Ironworks post on Facebook, it's Jess. She's posting up some stuff for Roy, but he'll post some stuff here occasionally. He'll get caught in a little conversation occasionally here on Discord, and so yeah, if we can get some of the big name people's. Thank you, Rob. To say kind of, hey, here's we hate Facebook, but this is a way for you guys to talk to us. Here's a place where we can answer and ask questions. Yeah, I love our Discord. I'm just a Discord fanatic. Roy, that looks too shiny. You're gonna have to dip that in some acid. Ooh. Roy, you know what would look kind of cool with that? If you were to take and put some nail polish or something on the top part, and then like this side here, like and then deep or take and blacken the inset side. Huh? Oh, I see the flaw too. The flaw is that it's not mine. Okay, just a thought. Not only Yama's getting personal cell numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and I believe somebody once asked if the Discord was only for Sunday morning gathering, and no, it is not. It's up 24/7. I have notifications turned off. Otherwise, my phone would be pating, 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 all day long. But I do pop in and check it, and if I can answer a question, I do. Or 9 times out of 10, it's already answered, and I don't have to, put my 2 cents in.
And I think I check Discord probably 4 or 5 times a day. Not necessarily this one, but I look at the list and
see if there's anything present.
And anytime there's anytime there's a mention, there's like a little red circle with a number on that channel's logo, and so I'll always run through and find the new mentions or the new whatever and check it out.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good.
I've got so much stuff going on in Discord servers these days. That's a very decent alternative to Facebook, I think.
Yeah. If you have
but most because in server you wind up with a bunch of like-minded people.
Yeah. If you have a question for a specific person, like say, hey, I wanted to go, let me see if I can increase the size of this. All right. So if I said, hey, Roy, what did you do for that hint? I can literally let me get up there. At Roy, or no, it would be at Christ Center. You can pull his name right here, and it tags him. How did you do that? Who do that? You do. It tags him, dings him at his personal, and it gives him a notification that he has a question. Now, don't go tagging him for stupid stuff. I just did that as an example. don't go abusing his personal tags. But he gets a notification.
And when you do that, even if you've got like mine is do not disturb, so I don't get audible notifications for anything. But if you do tag somebody like that, and like me, the notification doesn't go away until you see the actual post. It'll always kind of like be, not the drop down notification, but like on the channel, the notification thing will stay there until you scroll through the post that you were tagged in. Whether it was at everyone or at you in particular. So that for me, sometimes that's been a difficult thing to clear when I'll go into one server and somebody did an at everyone, and it was like 1,500 messages back, and I can't get rid of the notification until I find it.
Right. Yep. And what you just saw was you can also enter into personal messages with somebody. Like if you want to bother Rob, right click their name, message, and it enters a message. And yeah, I'm not going to go into my private messages. Just what Roy needs. Everybody adding him. Right? So, yeah. You know, it's like I just, Discord is so much easier and cleaner and less frustrating to use once you know how to use it than Facebook is. Yeah.
Rob, I don't even know where that's at.
Mark all is red.
Yeah.
If you right click a channel,
Yeah, I don't have a right click option because I'm on mobile. But
okay, well, I know that if you select the channel, long press it, I believe there's a mark all is red button. You know. So you know. Mobile, let me see how to do it on mobile.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I'll be darned. Mark is red. There it is. Huh.
Yeah, that way, you know, if you want to just say, nope, not talking to you guys.
Well, it's like right now I'm looking at my list of servers, and my Emacs server has 30 notifications.
Oh,
every single one of those, every single one is an at everyone.
Yeah, I flat out, I muted and included at everyone's on that channel. I will check it occasionally, but in general, it's a muted channel.
Oh, look at there, Roy. There you go.
No, Emacs.
No, Rob.
Oh, no, it's a
EMAX. Ethereum Max.
Yeah, it's a crypto server.
It's cryptocurrency.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, have fun with it. But anyway, with that, guys. Oh, Roy's playing with apples. Got my Unix nerd all excited. But with that, guys, RG Homestead, good morning. We are doing well and having a great Sunday. We are just going over the Discord channel and such. I believe, let me find it and pin it.
Have a great day, Roy. Enjoy.
Rob.
Later, Roy.
Rob Huff sent the Discord link, and I will pin message to the top of the chat. That way everybody who is not in the Discord can see it. And yes, I believe today I'm going to be cleaning up a bunch of blanks and cutting up a bunch of steel. Yeah. So, anyway, I think we had a.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk to the front door. I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna go.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, it is so hot out there, and I'm gonna turn around and go back in.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to be having a brutally hot week this week, and I know we're busy at work. Today's our lowest temperature day that it's been in the mid 90s all week here, and it's going to be 89 degrees today, which is kind of cool comparatively. But yeah. So with that, yep, smoosh the like button. and I will see you guys Wednesday. I'm debating.
Yeah.
I've been debating on this for a bit now. What would you guys be interested in having the Discord open for conversation during my Wednesday live stream, but I wouldn't be able to hear you? I'm debating on how that would work. You know, no, I don't think that would work without me being able to be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, so I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed the dulcet tones of our conversation.
And stay safe out there, guys.
Yes, absolutely. Stay safe, be happy, and give a big round of applause to those of you who have participated, voice chatted, sent pictures, and just all around had a good time on Sunday.
Yeah, and remember, don't let anybody tell you something can't be done.
Yeah.
Look at it, scratch your head, and try it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So, adios, everybody. Have a wonderful day. All right. Bye.
Happy trails.
We're clear.